let's talk about someone else who's a marketing machine. So WWE, they ran a Worlds Collide pay per view where it saw AAA and WWE superstars alike trading off in combat. And one of the breakout stars of that event was a man that goes by the name of Mr. Iguana. You probably know who that is. So, to give a description, from what I can see, is a guy who's dressed up like an iguana. He is painted green.
Green gold dust was a good descriptor.
Yeah, if you can imagine gold dust, but green instead. And he carries around a puppet or a stuffed animal, Yayeska, and it is a iguana itself. So he was the breakout star of the event. So much of a breakout star that WWE is rumored to want him there in WWE, not in AAA anymore. Now, according to him, and this is by way of WrestlingNews.co, the interview is actually in Spanish, so we're going to have to take their word for it.
Gotcha.
But Mr. Iguana, he did a interview with Linea Directa TV,
Wow.
and I tried. He revealed in the interview that WWE told him that you're not going to NXT. You're headed straight to the main roster. We need you here because your shirt is a top seller in WWE. By the way, they did release merchandise for him already.
Release this janky ass shirt.
But apparently it's a top seller.
I bet it is.
And you're also the fastest and rising star when it comes to action figures and trading cards. Now, I have questions about that. Like, under the WWE name, how would he already have trading cards and action figures?
I think that might be a translation thing. The fastest rising star when it comes to action figure. I think that's like they want to get him in action figures and trading cards.
Okay. Because I'm like, how?
You know, you're a big enough star that you're good for that shit. Is how I'm taking it.
Yeah, he's definitely marketable.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you have the Yayeska stuffed animal.
Kids are going to have that in all arenas. You kidding me?
Yeah, it'd be like a male version of Alexa Bliss's Lily the Doll, which did very well when she had it. But another thing that stuck out in this snippet. So they told me you're not going to NXT. You're going straight to the main roster. So what would then that make AAA? Like, where are they in the pecking order? If we can say NXT is developmental, Raw or SmackDown's the main rosters, and then where does AAA fall in that?
AAA is a separate company.
They are, so it just doesn't matter.
Pretty much.
So is this what it's going to lead to? Like,
I told you. I told you when they did this thing. I said they're just going to get the good guys and bring them onto the main roster.
Yeah, like the TNA partnership, like the.
Either way, though, it's the logical conclusion. The giant is absorbing the little guys just to poach the best of what they have, and then, you know, they can have the scraps. You have the Drew Gulaks.
Would that make it a good partnership for AAA then?
It depends on how much money they're getting. And they're getting exposure. They probably got a whole hell of a lot more exposure from Worlds Collide than... Although I don't know how Mexico is. Mexico's a different beast.
Yeah, by count, seems as Worlds Collide pay-per-view, which was released on YouTube, was already around 4 million views as last checked.
The bitch about it is if WWE takes all the good guys by the time we get our eyes on it, then it'll be up for naught.
Yeah. If anything, it'll go like it's going now. So they'll put on a pay-per-view. So like they got AAA Mania coming up. If someone gets over at Triple Mania, then, oh, we'll take you. So how long until it just becomes NXT Mexico? That's what it's leading to then. Just a feeder system for the main roster. Yeah, and then remember The Rock was teasing buying New Japan, and then that'll just be the Japan feeder system.
Mm-hmm.
And then TNA is also a feeder system. Mike Santana, apparently they're going to take him in.
Well, they took Jordan Grace right off the bat. You don't hear anything about their women's division now.
Do they even have one still?
Tessa Blanchard's there.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem.
Somebody just left.
They have I mean, Tessa Blanchard's pretty much the women's division there right now, it seems, for better or worse.
Well, some veteran left. It was a big deal.
Gail Kim, maybe?
Yeah, it was her.
Oh yeah, she did. By the way, you had people. Remember when the King of the Ring had that mystery spot open?
They thought he was going to be in it.
They thought it was going to be in a
Well.
match with Sheamus, Bronson Reed, and and who was the other guy?
Rusev.
Rusev. So those
They would have
monsters in
slaughtered him.
yeah. Now it didn't help that Bronson Reed put on social media that he was gonna tsunami Yeska, which I want to see. That'd be entertaining. But yeah, people thought he was gonna be the mystery man there.
Hopefully, he's just going to be like every now and then, because he's a comedy thing. So like every now and then, let him do his thing, then go away for a while.
However, the little snippet I did see, he does seem to be able to hold himself in the ring.
He wrestles like an iguana.
Basically, he'll just be the boogeyman.
He's Orange Cassidy.
I mean, it's a good gimmick. It's just the problem, yes, is they tried to then take it seriously, and then it's like, well, this seems to be the problem with R-Truth too. People are turning on R-Truth because it's like, well, I don't know if we wanted the serious R-Truth. We just wanted him back, to do his comedy role every once in a while.
Well, it seems like he's alienating people too. I don't know how authentic his tirade was, but you have all these people wanting the jokester back, but you come back and you're just a shithead to everybody.
I mean, he wasn't really a shithead. He was just saying, don't tell me who I am. I know who I am. That was his whole thing. But yeah, people were like, well, I was waiting for him to say a joke or something, but he didn't.
I don't mind him being a serious character on screen, or them trying to. It's just there seems to be some sort of pushback or surprise that people are surprised that he's wanting to be taken seriously after being a punchline for so long. There hasn't been like an evolution to his seriousness. He just all of a sudden said, I'm serious now.
Yeah, because, oh, you want him back. That's what I said. Like, they brought him back, but I think they didn't get the point of what we wanted. We just wanted truth back. We didn't necessarily want a serious push.
Well, if they would have had a plan for the serious push, but clearly they didn't.
Oh, by the way, next week he's wrestling John Cena on SmackDown.
Oh, right. Non-title match.
What are they going to do there? But yeah, that's your news on Mr. Iguana. He is on his way to the main roster, so says he. I believe it, though, and we'll see what happens with the character. I just can't wait for the people to start to turn on him, too.
Oh, they will.
How long do you think? A month? A week?
I'm starting to see some rumblings already.
Already? That didn't take long. He's not even there yet.
Well, I think there's the initial like spectacle of him because he's jarring to look at, and he has talent at what he's doing. But then when you really sit and think about, like, he's a guy pretending to be a lizard wrestling. I think when you look at the totality of what you're getting with this package, there seems to be a little bit of buyer's remorse.
I thought initially this is actually what wrestling is about.
I did too, until he started doing the weird shit. When the puppet got involved and they started wrestling the puppet, and then he got mad at that the puppet was assaulted, that's kind of when it lost me. But you're right, taking the gimmick serious, especially the way he was.
Yeah, I don't know about like serious, but basically this is what wrestling is about, is like characters.
No, if you're going to pretend to be an iguana, you better take that motherfucker serious.
Well, there's no more characters, and this is an actual character. And that's part of why he connected with everybody so quick. It's like, oh,
that's true.
This is different.
He's very talented. He's very charismatic.
Yeah, so we'll see what his ceiling is.
We'll see what happens when Triple H's creative gets its clutches on him.
And who's going to be sacrificed to lose to the iguana? Who's gonna Chad Gable? get ready. Get ready, Chad Gable. You might lose to the actual iguana too, the stuffed animal one.